Hey, what's up, Unstoppablepreneurs? In this video, I want to talk about going beyond the mindset and into more of a full body experience when you're trying to make a transformation. And here's one of the key problems that I see in the whole personal development world is that we're so focused on one or two things. One is that we're focused on mindset, like think it, really like believe it, just put a lot of energy, a lot of repetition, a lot of passion, and eventually it'll change. And yes, that has truth to it. That's why it's worked for hundreds and hundreds of years, and that's why there's so many gurus who teach that philosophy. But the other side of the spectrum is, okay, skills, like learn a ton of skills, just go work hard, put in the work, do whatever you need to do, and then you'll get the results. Now, these two philosophies, they both are missing a big part of the puzzle. And the puzzle is everything else inside of you. So the brain literally weighs it's like 2% of your body weight. So if you think of how your body moves, yes, it's connected to the brain, and the brain is essential and it communicates to all sorts of parts of your body. But the problem is if we just address mindset and we ignore how the body responds, we're missing out on 98% of the big picture, which is why a lot of people can think things that are positive yet have negative results, right? And maybe you've been in that situation where you've had an idea and you're like, yes, I'm going to go do this thing. And you go out and you get some momentum, and then all of a sudden life happens, someone gets sick, someone does something, and it takes away from your focus. And then you lose track of your goal, and then it takes you way longer, sometimes months or even years, before attaining the thing that you set out to attain. And that is not just a mindset thing or a skill set thing. It's a body set. So in this video, my goal here is to help bring awareness to the fact that it's in your body, okay? Not just in your mind. For example, let's say you're going through life and you're capped out at a certain income level. So maybe you've gone and you're like, sweet, I've made maybe 10K a month, and you're at that level. Or maybe you're at 5K a month. Or maybe you're 50K a month. The number doesn't matter. But you have some sort of numerical number that you've hit that your body and mind get used to. It has something that it represents. So at whatever level you're stuck at, it might represent safety, ease. It might represent something that's duplicatable, right? It might represent something that's fun. It might represent that it's really difficult and I earned this, and that this is the level, like anything more than this is just going to be super hard. So it gets its own interpretation from what you get used to. So before I was making any money, really, I was like making less than almost $1,000 a month. My body had become used to that number. So when I would go, and there was one month I made like $3,000. I went out and I did this thing and I made $3,000. But then the next 3 months I made zero. So it like balanced back out to equal about $1,000 a month. And I was like, holy cow, like I can do little spurts, but something inside of me just seems like I can't get past this threshold, get past this number. And I thought it was all a mindset thing. So I worked on my mind, until I learned that it's actually a full body experience. What I didn't realize is that my body had interpretations tied to these numbers in all parts of me. So in my organs, in my glands, and in my cells. And if I had negative associations to my ideal, which I was trying to get to 10K a month back then, like 6-7 years ago, and back then it seemed like this represented hard work, it's unattainable, it's difficult, I'm gonna have to sacrifice my family time, like it's gonna be super difficult. So I had all of these perceptions based on my past. And as I went to try to go do this was my reality. My body had literally become so used to this, it was an addiction. So when I tried to go do something that was supposed to be easy or duplicatable or safe or simple that rose my potential, I stayed in what was familiar, which, thinking about making $10,000. If $1,000 is this hard, gosh, 10,000 must mean 10 times harder. 10 times more difficult. So no wonder I'm like, I want more money. But my body's like, no, that means you want more problems and more pain. Run away. Go distract yourself. Get frustrated. Don't do it right. Watch it fail because we don't want to get hurt. And your body's trying to protect you. So the key as you start to learn about how your body reacts is that it's not just a mindset thing, but every single part of your body has its own unique interpretations towards what you are working toward. It's a full body experience. The goal is, can we get our full body, our entire identity on board with where we're going so that when resistance happens, we can acknowledge it, move through it, and then go get our goal, versus being addicted to it, staying stuck, going in circles, struggling for years and years and years, and then wondering what the heck's wrong with me. Well, nothing's innately wrong with you. It's just it's got some interpretations that aren't serving you. So the goal is to change those interpretations and start getting what you want faster than ever. I teach a process called Abundance Alignment Technique. There's a lot of different methods and modalities out there. So if you want to check that out, in the link, there's a description. And it links to other videos to talk about the various techniques and tools to actually do that. But in this video, my goal is to open up your mind and your body to the idea that maybe there's something deeper going on. Maybe it's not just in your mind. Maybe it's not just how you're thinking, but maybe it's also how you're feeling, how each and every part of your body responds to what you're working. And if you can change those interpretations, you can become a master of what you create and truly become an unstoppablepreneur. All right, thanks so much for joining me today. If you want to hang around some more and listen to more of these videos, like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.